Wild over them. Jay wanted me to make sure you know when these are gone, they can never come back.
Don't even consider thinking that you could even make them and sell them for that.
For $119.90 from $229.
If I could reach through right now and hand this to you, it's like you would go, you got to be kidding me.
So that's coming up next.
Solid silver.
But before we do that, Jay, another brand new mine find. Our caramel Gobi Opal. Well, we have the pendant and the necklace. We have the beautiful stretch bracelet. We have the earrings available for everyone, and we have a matching ring. But Gobi Opal, we haven't had that before, and it is the prettiest color.
Okay, this is a brand new mine find. Here again, okay, it's October, right? 23 years, which I want to personally thank everybody who's made that all happen. I think that is so amazing. We were talking about it earlier. My daughter was 13 years old when I started the show. My son was 11. Okay, now they're having kids. Okay, so actually I have grandkids. So if you think about that, 23 years, it just seems like it's flown by. But what has made it is that I think that the thing that really is, we have such a niche business. In this case, for October, I saved this brand new again. So you got not only a brand new blue opal, you got a brand new bowl, and now you got a brand new, another brand new opal. This comes from Mongolia. We named it, we found this in the Gobi Desert. Actually, what's really funny is I went to actually buy turquoise, and we found opal. So, and that's what's so crazy about.
But look, it looks like amber.
When you do this, it almost looks like butterscotch amber, doesn't it?
It does.
It actually comes in different, there's some reds, we'll have different colors, but this is more like the caramel color. It's almost like a honey color.
It is, it's beautiful.
Like a butterscotch color.
A wonderful neutral.
But this is a natural opal. And here again, on opals, when you get these colored opals like this, they're very unique. They're very different in the fact that they only are usually found in one location in the entire world. Now, you might find opals in several different locations in the world, but this particular opal, you would only find in that one particular deposit in that one little area, and this is in the Gobi Desert. And if you ever do any research, I mean, the Gobi, to say barren or desolate, that would be a fire car. You know, in a lot of cases, a lot of areas that I go, a lot of the people you always say are the people that are very nomadic. They're herds, mainly herds. They live off their different animals that they raise, and they literally travel from area to area to have enough food where they forage. So they're nomadic, and they're very seasonal and everything. That really hasn't changed that much. It's now with mining and modern things, you're starting to see people where they do have towns and they make encampments. But this is found in such a remote, such a desolate area. I can't even tell you. If you think about, even when you go and find something like this, like I said, I was on a trip and we were going to buy turquoise. We were going to a turquoise deposit that we'd known about for years and years and years that we buy, and we occasionally go back out there and just to stay in touch and make sure that that we're getting the rough and that we have good communications. And that's when we found this particular opal. Okay, again, if you want something unique and different, this is another different opal.
And we're gonna say hi to Juanita in New York. Juanita, welcome to HSN.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
And I understand you bought our today's special as a present for a friend?
Yes.
Is she a